Managing trees during drought. We're talking to John Lichter from Tree Associates in Davis, California.
As this summer progresses, I'm seeing more and more trees suffering from drought stress. This is largely due to a reduction in the amount of water that people are giving trees due to the drought. And this is for all sorts of good reasons that people are watering less: to conserve water, to save money, and to comply with government regulations. I also am finding that a lot of people don't realize that their trees require irrigation during the summer to thrive.
How does drought stress affect trees?
Well, even a mild drought stress will slow or stop the growth of trees. And as drought stress progresses, leaves will wilt, the leaves will become burned, they'll drop, twigs will die, and larger branches progressively, and eventually the tree will die. Often it is affected also by secondary insects or diseases that compromise the tree.
What is the best way to water my trees?
Well, we have to remember that tree root systems are shallow and wide-spreading. So putting the hose on at a trickle or a couple of emitters next to a mature tree is not going to distribute the water to more than a very small percentage of the root system. So we want to uniformly water the root system of a tree. And to do that, we can use a soaker hose or drip emitters that are spaced a couple of feet apart. We could use a hose end sprinkler or an existing sprinkler system.
How long should I water my trees?
You need to run the irrigation system long enough to wet the soil to at least 18 inches deep. This can take up to several hours depending on the type of irrigation system you're using. And the depth that the water penetrated can be determined by using a sharpened steel rod, which will press down easily into moist soil, or by digging. If your investigation to the depth of the irrigation was determined that the irrigation penetrated less than 18 inches, then you would need to water longer. And if the soil was wet below 18 inches, you could water for a shorter amount of time.
How often should I water my trees?
This is going to depend on the age of the tree, the drought tolerance of the species, the rooting depth and soil conditions, the general climate of the area, as well as the climate around the tree. Irrigating your trees appropriately is absolutely critical to their health. So please call me, John Lichter, at Tree Associates. I'll come to your property, evaluate your trees and your landscape, and develop an effective irrigation plan for you.
Thanks.